Let's go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from Atlantic, the Atlantic Wrestling Federation. Mobile, Alabama, the Mobile Civic Center is our base of operations here tonight. And the Atlantic Wrestling Heavyweight Championship will be on the line in our main event with Bobo Brazil defending in a return match against a former champion, Eric Young. Neil Lau, Neely Bob, first in line here at the turnstile, followed by Blaine Shores. Welcome to all y'all, my friends. And let's have a good show here tonight at the Mobile Civic Center. Neil Lau ran a card just before we came to air, and hopefully Neil will be giving us some updates along the way throughout the evening, and we'll catch up on those between matches as Bear 805 joins us here, the AI Wizard from the West Coast. Before we came to air, just 3 preliminary matches tonight. The show opened here in Mobile with an old rivalry renewed, as Leo Namalini took on Rene Goulet, and it was Namalini getting the win with the flying tackle. Those two have been rivals all the way since back at Buckeye Bowl 2026, and they hooked up again here tonight in Mobile, and it was Leo Namalini catching the Duke. Jay Randis joining us here as well. Another long-standing rivalry renewed here in Mobile as Frank Gotch took on the one-man gang. These two men with very contrasting styles, both very capable competitors. And on tonight's contest, it was Frank Gotch with the Gotch toehold picking up the submission victory over the one-man gang. And just before we came to air, Magnum TA and Harley Race went at it in a surprisingly, and I would say disappointingly, one-sided match. Harley Race dominated that match from beginning to end and picked up the victory with the vertical suplex. Pinfall victory for Harley Race just before we came to air. And now we are ready for tonight's televised matchups. We've got our main event coming up for the AWF Heavyweight Championship. Also tonight, a number 1 contenders match for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. As the Road Warriors will take on Bad Company for the right to challenge for the NWA World Tag Team Champions. The Velvet Posse is present, minus the men's IC champions. So the Velvet Posse, always a source of great fan support and occasional controversy here in the Heartland. Another special guest in the house tonight, returning to the Heartland, would be this guy, Cousin Luke. Courtesy of Grant Bachoco, as I was able to pick up a convention-exclusive Cousin Luke card from Road to Galacticon 2026, a special edition earlier this year. I was not able to attend that event, but Grant Bachoco hooked me up via eBay, and Cousin Luke is back in the Heartland. Cousin Luke, of course, with quite the history in Heartland Championship Wrestling. He had a very entertaining run in the early days, and at one point even found himself in the role of Heartland Commissioner. I don't remember all of the details behind that, but I do remember that one of his foils was an old independent wrestler by the name of the Necro Butcher. Some of you may remember the Necro Butcher. Necro Butcher was causing trouble, and Cousin Luke tossed him out of Heartland Championship Wrestling, only to sign a new wrestler to the roster by the name of Morty the Mortician. And of course, playing on the Necro Butcher theme, Morty the Mortician was quite obviously Necro Butcher under a mask. It was quite obvious to everyone except Cousin Luke himself. And of course, Cousin Luke and Morty the Mortician became the closest of friends back in the early days of the Heartland. So Cousin Luke, welcome back to Heartland Championship Wrestling. And thanks for the memories. All right, and we are ready now for our opening contest of the evening here on the televised portion of the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, the opening contest here on tonight's broadcast is a tag team matchup. It is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect for this one. Introducing first, team number one. First, standing at 6'3", weighing 256 pounds, out of Robbinsdale, Minnesota. This is Curt Hennig. And his tag team partner hails from Omaha, Nebraska. Standing at 6'3" and weighing 245 pounds. This is Ted DiBiase, collectively known as the Golden Dynasty. The Golden Dynasty, of course, a controversial faction led by Ted DiBiase along with tag team partner Curt Hennig. Also part of that controversial stable is Barry Windham, who will be with us in singles action later tonight. And the sort of the muscle, the thug of the group would be Kenta Kobashi, part of your Golden Dynasty. And they have been terrorizing and not so much terrorizing, but ridiculing wrestlers throughout the Atlantic Wrestling Federation over the past number of months. But tonight they will have their work cut out for them. Their opponents, introducing first from Leapers Fork, Tennessee, standing at 6'1", weighing 227 pounds. This is the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm. And his tag team partner hails from Gainesville, Georgia, standing at 5'11", weighing 215 pounds, the phenomenal one AJ Styles, collectively known as the phenomenal Rednecks. So a very different clash in worldviews here between the wannabe sophistication of the Golden Dynasty versus the down-home Southern charm of the phenomenal Rednecks as we come into tag team action here tonight in our opening contest. Should be a good one. And it will be James Storm to start things off against Ted DiBiase as we kick things off here in tag team action. James Storm getting the opening initiative roll and coming right out with a big headbutt. And that stuns DiBiase. He stands his ground. And now it is James Storm with a whip to the ropes. Coming off the ropes is Ted DiBiase. And Ted DiBiase eats a running back elbow from James Storm. Followed by a big jawbreaker. DiBiase able to reverse the jawbreaker. And it is DiBiase coming back with his own whip into the ropes. Now it is James Storm coming off the ropes. And on a roll of 12, it is a big power slam by DiBiase off the ropes that stuns James Storm. James Storm is down. DiBiase with a chance to do some damage here, and he is going to go right to the Cobra Clutch. Can James Storm survive the Cobra Clutch? Yes, he does. Fighting his way to the ropes. But already DiBiase in control. And DiBiase going to follow that with a big backbreaker. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is 3. And James Storm able to kick out once again. DiBiase taking control here early in this one. And that is going to create a double team opportunity for the Golden Dynasty. As Curt Hennig enters the ring, DiBiase in delivering a bone-crunching double clothesline to James Storm, who is once again down. Hennig now, the legal man in the ring and in control against James Storm. Hennig is going to go up for the death jump. Death jump C is the rating for James Storm. And on a roll of 4, that is Hennig a little too cocky and a step too slow as James Storm gets off the canvas and slings Curt Hennig down to the mat. Hennig now is down, and James Storm with a chance to do some damage. He hits the closing time, quickly going for the cover. Pinroll here, Snake Eyes. Hennig able to kick out. James Storm now in control, looking to do more damage with a big lung blower. Hennig slowly getting to his feet, and James Storm will tag in AJ Styles, making his first appearance in this contest. Kathy Evans joining us here this evening, along with Pop's Reviews. Our good friend Hasim, our good friend Kathy Evans here in the chat room. And here is AJ Styles hitting the spiral tap. That is an add one move. And he's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is 4. And on a roll of 3, he may get him if Ted DiBiase can't make the save. And DiBiase unable to get there. And we have a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by way of pinfall, AJ Styles, and the phenomenal Rednecks with the victory over Curt Hennig and the Golden Dynasty. AJ Styles hitting that spiral tap out of nowhere, makes the cover, gets the 3 count, and that is all she wrote. All right, so congratulations to the phenomenal Rednecks for a big victory here tonight. And DiBiase not very happy about losing that match, as AJ gets the victory. And I make some notes here. The spiral tap, the winning move, a sensational move indeed. That twisting body press off of the top turnbuckle by AJ Styles. Nobody could do it like the phenomenal one. And he proved it again here tonight in Mobile, Alabama. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up we have a singles match. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect for this one. And as we prepare the ring for the next match, we'll catch up with the chat room. Cibernetico injured at tonight's Velvet card, and the Intercontinental title belt is now vacant. That explains the absence of Cibernetico from the Velvet Posse here tonight. Love to hear more about the details of that injury, who was responsible, and the severity of the injury, and what went down in Velvet Wrestling earlier tonight, leading to the injury suffered by Cibernetico and the vacantization, whatever you want to call it, of the Intercontinental title in Velvet Wrestling. All right, moving on to our next singles match of the night, scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. Introducing first, out of Sweetwater, Texas. He stands at 6'7". He weighs 273 pounds. Representing the Golden Dynasty, this is Barry Windham. And his opponent hails from Chattanooga, Tennessee. He stands at 6'5" and weighs 289 pounds. This is Terry Bam Bam Gordy. Of course, Gordy in this run in the AWF has been wrestling as a babyface, and Windham part of the dastardly faction of the Golden Dynasty. So we'll see if Gordy and Windham can have a good, clean matchup here tonight, or if there will be shenanigans. We've already seen the Golden Dynasty lose a match in tag team competition, so I wouldn't be surprised if DiBiase and Hennig and perhaps Kenta came out to stir up some trouble here in this contest as they come together in the center of the ring. It is Terry Gordy getting the opening initiative and scoring with a headbutt on Barry Windham as Philip Reynolds joins us here in the chat room. Windham firing back with a hip toss. Both men getting to their feet. They come together again in the center of the ring, and it is Windham attempting an uppercut punch, and Gordy able to block that. That is a power move. Gordy has the power advantage in this match, and of course Windham with the agility. Gordy now on the offensive with a big elbow hammer right on the top of the noggin. And Windham is staggered by that. And now a big lariat coming off the ropes by Gordy, takes Barry Windham down to the canvas. Windham getting to his feet. Gordy is on him. Gordy now with a snapmare, taking him down once again to the canvas. And Gordy follows that up. Thought about a whip to the turnbuckle, thought better of it, and instead he is going to go with a whip to the ropes. Not much difference there, as Windham rated A on both the ropes and the turnbuckle. And as Windham comes off the ropes, it is the big shoulder tackle, the power roll. And it will be Terry Gordy taking control on that one. The more powerful of the two men. Gordy now with another big lariat puts Windham on his keister. And Gordy is going to go for the quick cover. Windham able to kick out. But Gordy making a powerful statement with a powerful lariat here in the beginning of this match. And he's going to go with a stop to the face now, which is a choice C maneuver. And that is going to require a roll of 6 or lower. And on a roll of 7, Windham able to turn aside the stop to the face. And Windham comes back instead with a whip to the ropes. Gordy coming off the ropes now, and on a roll of 8, it is a running back elbow delivered by Barry Windham that stuns Terry Gordy. And now a big suplex by Windham puts Gordy on the canvas. Gordy getting to his feet. Windham still in control with a big power slam. And now Windham going for the quick cover. And now it is Gordy's turn to kick out. So both these men proving their mettle here in the opening stages of this match. This should shape up to be a good one. Windham now is going to go for the lariat. That's a +2 finish. The pinfall here 5 or lower. And on a roll of 12, Terry Gordy kicks out with authority. Gordy is not going to go down that easily, as Windham now is in control, and Windham now going to go for that Sweetwater suplex and another cover and another kick out by Terry Gordy. But Windham taking control. He's got a lot of weapons in his arsenal, and he is going to use each and every one of them. And now a knee drop. And Windham misses the knee drop. Gordy rolling out of the way. And Gordy fires back with another big lariat that stuns Barry Windham. And now it is Gordy back in control. And Gordy now with a big back suplex, taking Windham down to the mat once again. Gordy still on the offensive, double knee drop. And continuing on is Gordy with another big elbow hammer right to the top of the noggin. Barry Windham is on Goofy Street here a little bit, keeping his feet. And now Gordy with another big snapmare, taking Windham down to the canvas. Gordy follows that up with another big lariat, and that is going to take Barry Windham over the top rope and out of the ring and down to the arena floor. Windham out on the arena floor. This will play to the advantage of Terry Gordy with the better ring rating. And sure enough, on a roll of 7, it will be Gordy winning the brawl on the arena floor and slamming the head of Barry Windham into the ring apron. Now concern developing among members of the Golden Dynasty. Ted DiBiase has come back out to ringside to cheer on his man as Gordy has taken control here. And Gordy now with the STF has got Windham on the mat. Windham will not submit. DiBiase encouraging Windham. And now Gordy going to go back to that stop to the face. And this time he nails the stop to the face, and Windham is stunned. That more a psychological ploy than necessarily a move that's going to do a lot of damage compared to some of the other weapons in Terry Gordy's arsenal, like that big back suplex that puts Windham down to the canvas. Windham slowly getting back up to his feet. And now it is Gordy with a whip to the turnbuckle. And coming off the turnbuckle, it is a big specialty move for both men. And both men hitting the lariats simultaneously. Coming out of the corner, Gordy, the wrestler on offense, will have the offensive there as both of these men A-rated at the turnbuckle. Gordy back in control. And Gordy is now thinking about a Samoan drop. This is a choice G maneuver. He can either try a power roll of 6 or lower, or a death jump against the rating of A. He is going to try for the tombstone pile driver, and on a roll of 7, Windham is able to power his way out of that. And it is Wyndham coming back with a big power slam that sends Terry Gordy slamming down to the canvas. Gordy now is down. Wyndham with another chance to do more damage, and he goes back to that Sweetwater suplex. He makes the cover. The pin roll here is 5, and on a roll of 5, he got him. Barry Windham getting the victory over Terry Gordy. Gordy is outraged. Gordy is furious. He is claiming that DiBiase held his leg as Gordy was trying to kick out of the pinfall. But Windham is your winner with the Sweetwater superplex over Terry Gordy. DiBiase and Windham now taunting Gordy. And what is this? We've got another disturbance at ringside. Coming down to ringside now, we have an unexpected company here. It is Iron Mike DiBiase. The father of Ted DiBiase has come down to ringside, and he is berating Ted DiBiase. He's trying to tell the referee that Ted DiBiase held the leg of his opponent. The referee didn't see it, and he can't call it. But Mike DiBiase is furious with Ted DiBiase for cheating in that match. And now we've got Curt Hennig back at ringside as Iron Mike DiBiase is berating his son Ted DiBiase for cheating in that match. And Ted DiBiase is cowering. He will not stand up to his father. Barry Windham and Curt Hennig are laughing as Mike DiBiase has got Ted DiBiase by the ear, and he is dragging him away from ringside. Windham and Hennig having the time of their lives at the expense of their mentor, Ted DiBiase, as Ted DiBiase being disciplined by his old man, Iron Mike DiBiase. And it's about time that somebody came along to put some accountability into the life of Ted DiBiase. He has humiliated any number of wrestlers here in the Atlantic Wrestling Federation, and now he is getting a taste of his own medicine as Mike DiBiase smacks him across the back of the head, yelling at him, a kick in the pants. Ted DiBiase has got his tail between his legs, and he is headed for the locker room with Mike DiBiase on his heels and giving all kinds of grief to his recalcitrant son as Windham and Hennig are laughing it up, yucking it up in the center of the ring. What a crazy turn of events here tonight. Barry Windham is your winner. And not only does Windham get the thrill of victory, but he and Hennig are about to bust a gut laughing at Ted DiBiase getting a very stern lecture from Papa Mike DiBiase here in Mobile, Alabama, as our event concludes. All right, so Mike DiBiase is now in the Atlantic Wrestling Federation and looking to dispense a few lessons in right and wrong to his son Ted DiBiase. And a good time was had by all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up we have a number one contenders match for the NWA World Championship, World Tag Team Championship. We did have some delays in the scheduling of some of the Heartland Championship Wrestling matches. As you may know, we recently had a passing in the family of a close relative, and I took some time and went back to Ohio. My sister lost her husband after a long and courageous battle with pancreatic cancer, so got to spend some time with my sister back in Ohio. And as a result of that, our August pay-per-view has been pushed back a week. It will not be August the 16th. It will be August the 23rd. And on that show, the winner of this match will face the Midnight Express for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. So, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. This is a number one contenders match for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, team number 1 at a total combined weight of 451 pounds. They are accompanied to the ring by their manager, SoCal Val. From Honolulu, Hawaii, Pat Tanaka. His partner from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, Paul Diamond. Collectively known as Bad Company, B-A-D-D, Bad Company. And their opponents hail from Chicago, Illinois, at a total combined weight of 562 pounds. They are accompanied to the ring by their manager, Gary Hart. It is Road Warrior Animal and Road Warrior Hawk, collectively known as the Road Warriors. All right, so Gary Hart versus SoCal Val matching wits in this one. Bad Company matching wits with the Road Warriors. And Bad Company is going to have to use every bit of their deviousness if they are going to keep up in this one, because they are clearly overmatched physically. We will use our championship dice for this one, as it is a number 1 contenders match with a world title shot on the line. Road Warrior Animal coming out against Paul Diamond to get the action started in this event. And it is Paul Diamond getting the opening initiative role and coming out with a face rake. Animal shakes it off and comes back at Paul Diamond, and now Diamond comes with a big drop kick, and that stuns Animal. That rake of the eyes was just enough the Diamond to give him the opening to hit the drop kick, and now Diamond with a big vertical suplex, and just like that, Animal is down. Can Animal make the tag? Yes, he can. Road Warrior Hawk coming into the match for the first time, as Paul Diamond was ready for Animal. Let's see if Hawk can fare any better. He is going to attempt a forearm pummel. This is a choice F maneuver. He'll need 7 or lower to successfully execute the forearm pummel, and he got all of that one. And Paul Diamond now backing into the neutral corner as Hawk just pounds away with a series of forearms. And now Animal is back into the ring, and they have just nailed Paul Diamond with a double clothesline. And it is going to be Hawk going for the cover. SoCal Val immediately is going to go into her bag of tricks. She reaches under the ropes and trips Hawk as he went for the pinfall. And it is Hawk turning and yelling at SoCal Val. And Paul Diamond from behind rolls up Hawk. Hawk kicks out of that, but Diamond now is in control of this match. And Diamond now is going to go for the bad slingshot. This is a +2 finishing maneuver. The pin roll here will be a 4. And on a roll of 3, they may get him if Gary Hart cannot provide the distraction, and he cannot. Wow. A major upset here in Mobile, Alabama, as Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka, using the bad slingshot, have pinned Road Warrior Hawk in the center of the ring before Gary Hart could even get back to his senses. Gary Hart perhaps distracted by the feminine wiles of SoCal Val. So score the victory for SoCal Val, and it will be Diamond and Tanaka headed to the Into the Fire August pay-per-view to face the Midnight Express. SoCal Val, James E. Cornette. It will be a battle of the masterminds in Memphis at that upcoming pay-per-view later on this month. And once again, the Road Warriors turned away from an opportunity at the World Tag Team Championship. So congratulations to Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka, B-A-D-D, Bad Company. And congratulations most off to SoCal Val, who made it all happen for her men. All right. Catching up in the chat room, we did get an update on Cybernetico. Roy Lee Welch evidently was responsible for the injury to Cybernetico. So we wish him all the best. And Roy Lee Welch making his presence known in Velvet Wrestling, part of the brand new release of the 2026 Tragos Thez Hall of Fame set. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. This match is for the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger, a former Atlantic Heavyweight Champion out of Florence, Ontario, Canada. He stands at an even 6 foot tall and weighs 232 pounds. This is Eric Young. And his opponent is your reigning and defending Atlantic Heavyweight Champion out of Benton Harbor, Michigan. He stands at 6'4". He weighs 280 pounds. This is Bobo Brazil. All right, Bobo Brazil, Eric Young to square off for the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. Again, Bobo would probably be physically the favorite in this match, but Eric Young has pulled off some surprises in his day. He took the title from Paul Orndorff in what also seemed like it might have been a physical mismatch. So Eric Young is always full of surprises. We'll see what he can do tonight against Bobo Brazil as Young attempts to regain the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. They come together in the center of the ring, and it is Eric Young who gets the opening initiative role and goes right to a shin breaker. Bobo not to be taken down by that. Comes back with a series of forearm smashes. Eric Young stands his ground. And now a swinging neck breaker executed by Eric Young. He goes for the quick cover and Bobo kicks out. No need to roll that one. Bobo with a pin rating of 1. But Eric Young has quickly taken control, and now Eric Young is going up for the death jump. Eric Young is going to want to keep this match in the air, keep this match fast-paced to do battle with Bobo Brazil. And sure enough, a flying clothesline off the top rope by Eric Young puts Bobo Brazil back down to the canvas. Young follows that up and is going to pitch Eric Young out of the ring and down to the arena floor. He's got a mechanic here that he can hit a hangman's neck breaker on the apron, and on a roll of 5 he hits it. And that is an add 1 once per match. So Eric Young with a hangman's neck breaker on the ring apron has stunned Bobo Brazil. Young is back in control. And Young now is going to go for a wheelbarrow neck breaker. And he can do this as an avalanche wheelbarrow neck breaker and get another add 1 off of that. So Eric Young has used everything in his arsenal to start this match. Bobo already sitting at 3 points of fatigue. What's Eric Young going to do now? Another wheelbarrow neck breaker. Bobo slowly getting to one knee. He is stunned, and Eric Young on the offensive here. A back elbow followed by a discus clothesline. Bobo Brazil getting to his feet. And Eric Young is trying to maintain control here. He goes back to the eyes, and Bobo not having any of that. Bobo starts in on him again with a series of forearm smashes. Now they're going toe-to-toe in the center of the ring. Bobo attempts a front face lock. Eric Young able to avoid that. And it is Young with a straight right hand that stuns Bobo Brazil. Wow. Eric Young definitely holding his own in this match and then some. And now it is Eric Young with a swinging neck breaker. And Bobo Brazil drops down to the apron and rolls out of the ring to take a breather. Both these men A-rated brawlers on the arena floor. And on a roll of 8, it will be Eric Young winning the brawl on the arena floor with an Irish whip into the ring barricade. Gosh, what a smart move by Eric Young. He is not going to be able to go toe-to-toe with Bobo Brazil, but keeping Bobo off his balance, using his weight and momentum against him. Bobo came in for a shot at Eric Young, and Eric Young just whipped him into the ring barricade. Bobo is stunned, and Eric Young is back in control. And now a heel hook applied by Eric Young. Another smart move. Keep the big man on the mat. keep the big man from getting his power game going. Eric Young follows that up with a dragon sleeper off the top rope. Bobo Brazil is feeling the effects of this. He drops down to his knees. Eric Young with a chance to get something done here. He is going to go for a moonsault. He didn't get all of it, but he got enough to stun Bobo Brazil and maintain control. And now it is another back elbow into a discus clothesline. This time, Bobo ducks out of the way of that, and it is Bobo who returns fire with another big forearm smash across the side of the mush. Toe-to-toe we go once again. Eric Young with another eye rake, and Bobo Brazil has had about enough of that. Bobo Brazil picks up Eric Young and slams him down to the canvas hard. Eric Young getting to his feet. Bobo stays on him. Another big Bobo body slam. Young still plenty of resilience, trying to get back to his feet. A third body slam, and now Bobo is going for the cover, and Eric Young forced to kick out. Can Bobo Brazil rally here? He is coming back and going to pitch Eric Young out of the ring and down to the arena floor. Both these guys love to play on the arena floor, and this time on a roll of 8, it is Bobo winning the brawl with a big body slam onto the arena floor, and that is exactly what Bobo needs to do. Use his power to his advantage, almost a 50-pound weight advantage for Bobo Brazil. Eric Young now shaken as Bobo pitches him back into the ring. And now he's got the opportunity for a grinding hammerlock, which is a choice G maneuver. Choice G will allow him a death jump or a power move. The power move is 8 or lower. The death jump rating is C. But Eric Young does have the agility advantage, which would give him a little bit of a break on a roll of 9. So Bobo is desperate. He's going to go for broke, and he's going to go up to the top rope. And sure enough, on a roll of 6, it is Bobo coming off the top rope with a flying double axe handle that plants Eric Young back onto the canvas. Bobo Brazil coming back at him with a big bear hug, trying to weaken Eric Young. Young gasping, fighting for breath, finally works his way to the ropes. And as he comes off of the ropes, Bobo Brazil nails him with a flying drop kick. What an athletic move for the 280-pounder. And he got all of that one. Young is down. And Bobo now hits him with the cocoa butt. That's his 0 finisher. The pin roll here is 3. And on a roll of 7, Eric Young able to kick out. But Bobo is back in control, and he hits another big bear hug. And now it is Eric Young who is headed out of the ring and down to the arena floor. And on a roll of 10, it's Bobo now retrieving a steel chair, a foreign object. Bobo's got the ring bell. Bobo must have had one too many eye rakes. He is very upset. He may be disqualified for this. He will not. And Bobo clangs Eric Young with the ring bell. And Bobo back in the ring and in control with another big cocoa butt. The pin roll here is 4. And on a roll of 5, he almost got him. Eric Young barely got his foot over the bottom rope in time to break up the pin count. Bobo with a big rally here. And Bobo now is going to go back up for another death jump. Coming off of the top rope. And this time, oh my goodness, on a roll of 2, it is Bobo Brazil coming off the top rope with an awesome cross body block. Eric Young rolls through. Hook of the leg is going for the cover. The pin roll here is 4. And on a roll of 10, Bobo forced to kick out. Wow, Eric Young almost reversed that death jump into a pinfall. Eric Young is back in control. And now he hits the moonsault. Eric Young going to have to go back to the drawing board here. He is going to attempt a choice C maneuver. That will be a moonsault on a roll of 7 or lower. He hits the moonsault. And Bobo Brazil now leaving the ring. Out of the ring we go again. We've already seen the foreign object come into play once. And this time on a roll of 5, that is the double DQ roll. Will Bobo be disqualified? There's one roll of 3. And here's a roll of 5. Bobo has a DQ rating of 4, so he will not be disqualified. Eric Young will not be disqualified. Now we go to the odd-even roll. And on a roll of 4, it is Bobo Brazil winning the brawl on the arena floor with a DDT onto the concrete. What a match we're seeing here tonight. Bobo Brazil defending his title against Eric Young. Eric Young giving Bobo all he can handle. And now Bobo goes back to the bear hug, weakening Eric Young. And Bobo now hits another big cocoa butt. He's going to go for the cover. And again, Eric Young forced to kick out. Each man now at 4 fatigue tokens. And out of the ring we go again as Bobo pitches Eric Young out to the arena floor. And Bobo again is going to win the brawl on the arena floor with a drop kick over the security railing. Eric Young crawling desperately to get back into the ring. Bobo Brazil is waiting. Here's another cocoa butt. The pin roll now is 6, and on a roll of 6, he got him. Wow! A fantastic match. A 4-star, possibly a 5-star classic. But Bobo Brazil, with a series of cocoa butts, finally weakens and gets the pinfall victory over Eric Young. Congratulations to Bobo Brazil, a very hard-fought win over a very game challenger. As Eric Young did everything he possibly could to stay in that match, in the ring, out of the ring. Every tactic you can imagine, and Bobo was able to withstand the assault from Eric Young and come back and score the victory over Eric Young with the cocoa butt after that big drop kick on the arena floor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are done. Thank you for everybody for checking us out tonight. A little bit of a quiet night in the chat room, but we had a good crowd. Philip Reynolds, Neely Bob, Pops Reviews, our good friend Kathy Evans, Jay Randus, Bear805, Blaine Shores. Thank you one and all for checking out tonight's action here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. So for the from the Dave Cave, from the Mobile Civic Center in Mobile, Alabama, this is Dave Little signing off. That's our stream, and I am out of here.